sickness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early, only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information
About Mpox,
call a Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800 335 555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Good morning. My name is Ruben Ipima Shivirango, and today I'm privileged or I'm honored to host one of the senior people. That's John Ban Sentamu, and of course we're going to discuss matters Chan, where the president yesterday fulfilled his pledge of 1.2 billion per win. So the Uganda Cranes players did walk away with over 70 million. And we were discussing them in the locker room, and we did say that these are young boys. That's a lot of money for them, but you never know. Many of them can invest. Others will choose to have a lavish lifestyle because they will expect to get more money. We are going to they played the World Cup qualifiers. Then we have AFCON coming up in December. So what they win, whatever win that they get under their belt, we know that the president can always come out and give a hand to those who have raised our flag high. Like I said, I'm in the company of John Ban Sentamu, a senior man, a man who has followed sport for quite some time, and a man who was in State House yesterday to witness the handover of that money, or the check that the president promised to give each player when they win a game or two. John Barnes, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good to see you.
Glad to see you.
I thought you'd come here without a beard.
Why not? My beard is my identity at the moment.
So you are LeBron James or you are somebody else?
No, my name is John Barnes.
John Barnes.
I live by that. I identify myself in my roots. I don't. Okay. Yes, of course I envy some people positively. When I was growing up, I especially as in terms of journalism, I dreamt of just meeting Mark Sully one day. Just meeting Mark Sully one day.
And now you meet him every day.
He even calls me. And I miss his calls.
By the way, they had a good combo, a good trio of him, Philip Besimile.
It was the best.
And Joseph Kabuleta.
It was the best.
Then in came Alan Sekamati. And of course, many others.
Nick Kaval. You know, that combination on Radio 1 in the locker room was, for me, was one of the best. Philip Besimile, Mark Sully, Joseph Kabuleta, Nick Kaval. They gave you sport in 2 hours.
Where is Philip Besimile?
Philip Besimile, I'm told, is in southern part of Africa.
Okay.
Still with MTN as a manager. Some parts of South Africa.
So they had a lot of information.
Yeah, they had a lot of information.
A lot of knowledge about sport. Anyway, Barnes, how have you been?
I'm fine.
I can see you are fine. You look healthy.
I eat well.
Yesterday you went to State House and ate a lot of food, I'm told.
Yes, I did eat a lot of food.
The president served you.
Yes, they served us part of that supplementary budget they asked for, justifying that it's worth everything.
You must have enjoyed your time there.
Yeah.
But Banza, the president fulfilling his pledge yesterday, the players, is something that we couldn't miss out.
Yeah. Of course, that pledge, even before the dinner last evening, for starters, if you've just flown into Uganda and you're watching UBC for the very first time and hearing about this for the very first time, the Chan dinner was hosted last evening at State House in Entebbe, and the president fulfilled his Chan dream. Like I've told you, those of you that are hearing of this for the first time, during Chan, the Championship of African Nations that Uganda hosted a couple of weeks ago, starting 2nd August till 30th August, he promised 1.2 billion Uganda shillings for every win the Cranes chalk. And they got 2 victories, that is 2.4 billion Uganda shillings, and he confirmed that he actually fulfilled his dream. So his pledge, his pledge to the players.
I can see the pictures there, Bands, on the screen. I see the coach, Paul Put, seated, and of course, so many others. But for me, I want to hear from you, because you were live in Entebbe, how the players felt after confirming that they have received their money. And also, what happens to the players who won the game, the doubleheader, the World Cup qualifiers, the 2 games, that's Somalia and Mozambique. Are they going to be paid as well?
No, he didn't promise monies for that, but those players are catered for. As far as I remember, every Uganda Cranes victory earns each of these players must be $5,000 US.
From whose pocket?
From the federation.
Oh, do they have that money, the federation?
Oh my goodness.
Please confirm to Ugandans that the federation has money.
Yep, according to official financial reports from the federation, they tell us they've got a turnover of 40 billion Uganda shillings, which, okay, we
every financial year or every quarter?
Every financial year.
Oh, okay.
So they can pay $5,000 US for every victory that the Cranes. And by the way, in all due respect to the Cranes and anyone at the federation, Uganda Cranes victories are not many in a year. They are not many. There are not many victories for the Uganda Cranes. How many have they got this year, for example?
And ever since Poloput took over this national team,
they have 5 victories.
There have been victories.
They have 5 victories in the World Cup qualification process. And the Chan victories, those are 2, those are 7 in a year. I'm telling you, in a year.
In a calendar year.
In a calendar year. The federation, for example, gets loads of money from MTN. The federation gets loads of money from the government, 17 billion shillings. So paying...
Even from FIFA.
Even from FIFA. So there's a lot of money. That is pocket change, $5,000 US. But of course, for Ugandan players, averagely, that's a good return. But tell you what, the players, playing football at the moment is one of the most returning investments you can ever have, because on top of the 60, 30 for every victory the Cranes gave them, because he said the federation president, the president clearly said 40 players. Now if you put the mathematics down, 1.2 billion Uganda shillings times 40, each of those people get 30 million Uganda shillings. Okay. Now they get the 60 for the victories. Then there is the federation has also got to give them their money for the victory still. How much money is that, Ruben?
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money these players are going to earn.
That's a lot of money.
Are going to earn out of this. So they need all the counseling and advice that is possible for them to invest this money well, so that in 10, 15 years, our children, my children watching at home, don't hear that Alan Okello is on the streets begging to live.
So the dummy checks we are seeing on the screen, John Barnes, has Bank of Uganda, the Uganda Cranes. So this money goes to which account?
The money President Engineer Moses Magogo and some lady from State House clearly confirmed, some lady called Irene, I forget the second name, she clearly confirmed that the money went to the individual players'
Because I was about to ask this. If you come up with a dummy check that could use the Uganda Cranes, players need to know, because the president was very clear when he made the pledge that every player will get his money. So if you put that money on, let's say, Ruben's account from FUFA, it might not disappear. So, but if you confirm to us here, because you are present and you are in State House yesterday, that money reached their accounts before they left State House.
Yes, the money didn't reach their accounts before they left State House. The money reached their accounts as early as 8 a.m. yesterday morning.
Oh.
By the time they went to State House, these players were 60 million shillings rich from the president.
Okay.
As simple as that.
Oh.
So even before they left State House,
they enjoyed it.
everything.
You did mention about football is actually one of the most paying sport. And I thought of my elder brother Famba. Can he go and play? That he can also get paid?
And Ofamba can at the moment, because of his size, the Rotoros of this world, they can seek the advice of the president he offered yesterday. But before we go to that advice, the president, Engineer Moses Magogo, clearly confirmed that they shared the accounts of individual players, because the federation pays through, it doesn't pay cash, it pays through accounts. So they have the records of the players. They sent to State House, and State House forwarded the money to their accounts. Then the, Magogo clearly said that some other support staff, for example, the driver, on top of the players and the technical staff, a couple of support staff were added on that list. For example, the driver of that Cranes bus. And surely you think that is a right thing to do, because this man has been getting the players from wherever they've been saying Kisasi to Nambole to the training grounds almost every day. And that is one of those things that you can actually reward him. But of course, like I've told you, the president spoke a lot of things that were good for sport in this country. He talked of proper nutrition. I think he realizes that our players are small, and he advises nutrition. I think he tells the Ministry of Health to start sensitizing and educating parents about what foods their children have got to eat from an early age, in order for them to mature into able-bodied guys like me or Ruben, tall as Ruben, though the football Ruben has is as little as my height. But a parent that has a child who is who may be advantaged in the future needs to feed this child well and grow him. By the way, the Japanese, for example, are told, I think around 2011, I was told that the Japanese actually look at you, at John Barnes, and say, John Barnes, you will not play football. You will be able to go into archery, and they take you to archery. They give you the feeding that suits the archery sport. If you're supposed to be a footballer, and by the way, the Japanese have ripped so much. The World Athletics Championships comes up in a few. Please watch your TVs. You'll realize that the Japanese are even contesting in athletics, which is something that was unheard of in the past. But now they are competing because of proper guidance in terms of health and stuff like that from an early age. Then something else the president advised athletes is education, Ruben. He told them, please stick longer in schools as much as you possibly can, at least up to the level of senior 4 or senior 6. From that stage, in case you're vastly talented, the forces of Uganda, Uganda People's Defense Forces, Uganda Police Force, Uganda Wildlife Authority, those are the 3 that come off-head, can actually employ you and take you on as an athlete, and then you will earn a living. Then he also talked of, he reiterated that the government has yet to invest in sport. Whatever we see around is not yet an investment. They are not yet concentrated on sport. And he talked to us who are there that if you vote NRM into power, next Chisanja, you're going to see massive developments in terms of football, sport development in this country.
So did you promise him your vote? Because it asked the vote. Did you say that, Your Excellency, I'm going to vote for you? But what supposed to tell people here, I know absence that experience is key in everything. John Barnes, the reason why I enjoy hosting you on the show is because you're experienced. So even in the position of leadership, go for the tried and tested. Don't go for the Rubens who are just newcomers. But anyway, thanks so much for that. The president was actually did fulfill rather his pledge yesterday or the other day. I think it was yesterday. And gave the players each 60 million shillings.
Yes.
You imagine a player like Alan Okello with 60 million shillings.
And of course, as told by someone close to those players, a man like Alan Okello, as we speak, maybe inching closer to $1 billion Uganda shillings on his account.
Wow.
Yeah.
From which sources?
Football.
Football.
And if everything goes according to plan for him, all the clubs that are looking to get his signature, I'm told Vipers is looking at $1 million US for his. If any club comes to take him, of course.
How about the sign-on fee?
About the sign-on fee, because look at a player like Mukwala. There's interest here from a club in Libya. I think it's Al Ittihad. And annually, Mukwala is expected to earn about $500,000 US.
Annually.
Annually.
Wow.
For a Ugandan player, then that is lots of money.
Yes.
So, but Alan Okello is gaining interest from as many clubs as possible. No wonder. I mean, he's done it all, especially during China and now the World Cup qualifiers especially. So these guys have loads of money, but they need to be guided like I've told you. They need to be told of how to manage their money, because our children watching this show, like I've told you, Ruben, your child and mine will in 15 years be around with the Alans. But it will be very, very disappointing to see Alan in a deplorable situation.
True.
So they need to be told about how to manage their finances. But for the engineer Makugo was telling the president about clubs in Uganda. He's requesting for the government to fund clubs in Uganda.
How can that happen? I doubt it can happen.
I actually don't know whether it will happen, but if
government has a lot of things they're doing.
Then something else that happened that is very important during this Chandina, Ruben, that we must applaud as much as we do for the president's pledge and delivery of the pledge to the Ghana Cranes players, is Uganda finally has a national anti-doping organization board. Now, this will take me another 30 minutes to explain, but in bits, in 2 minutes, let me tell you that anti-doping has been a key subject, or is a key subject, especially in the sport of running. Athletics. Now, by us having our national anti-doping organization means we can do our testing here. Our players can now be tested here. Originally, the last I remember, we had a lab in Egypt and another in South Africa. So John Barnes Sentamu Nsebe, who is preparing to go for the World Athletics Championships, is told, where are you? I'm in Kapchora. They come, pick my test and take it to South Africa or Egypt. And I think Morocco. But now I think in the future we are going to be able to do that here on home soil. That is a big plus. That board inaugurated yesterday and is going to be chaired by Celestine Obua, has 5 people. I remember there's Susan Anek, the lady that formerly was at Netball Uganda, and William Blick. The names of the 2 other guys skip. That is a big thing for us as well. And kudos to whoever, the Ministry of Education and Sports and National Council of Sports, and of course a Uganda Olympic Committee that have been behind this, ensuring that we get this here, so that we avoid situations that many of our neighbors, I will not mention the name, but of course you know which neighbors now I'm talking about, are going through their players or their runners being suspended. We are lucky as a nation. We've won several medals right from the Olympics 2012 up till now, but none of our athletes has gone through, of our runners has gone through any kind of
Okay, but on the screen, I see Don Lukari, and news coming in is that is actually a good demo being.
Yes.
Bands, the Commonwealth Games or the Commonwealth, how did they appoint Don Lukari?
Yep, around at the start of this year, around March, April, the president of the Commonwealth Games Federation, Chris Jenkins, yes, that's the name, resigned his job. Donald Rukare, the Uganda Olympic Committee president, was instated as an interim president in acting capacity. Now he's still in acting capacity, but got the nod as by the election panel of the Commonwealth Sport, Global Commonwealth Sport, as the sole man who is going to stand for election in November. That means till 2027, Donald Rukare is going to be the president of the Commonwealth Games Federation. Unheard of. One other thing that we need to applaud as a nation.
Yes, and Don is our colleague. We need to get him here and talk about this milestone. I trust you can get us Don Lukari.
Yeah, I'll try and get him. I'll try.
It's milestone. But man, before we leave Don, before we leave here, there's something you mentioned about the president, what he talked about. The players and how we nurture the players, the feeding of the players. And my interest is there. What exactly did the president say about the feeding of players? Yeah, the feeding of the players is key. He didn't open up that much. He didn't zero on any player. He didn't zero on anything. But he looks, because Ruben, there's something I didn't tell you as we presented about the Chandina. The president talked at length about team tactics. He talked at length about when after that loss against Algeria, they summoned the team to State House, and
literally, from what the president said, the team was grilled on a poor performance, and the president advised them a couple of things, including he told them that you will not tell me that the referee cancelled your goal. I mean, you strike from distance like Alan Okello did in the Mozambique game.
Yes.
In the Mozambique game, there is no way the referee is going to say that is not a goal.
That's offside.
You just point to the center. He told them a couple of things, but the truth is, feeding, not only for the Uganda Cranes, but every sports discipline in this country is actually important, because we do not know what to eat. Guys feed on chikomando. Guys feed on things that don't contribute to their general growing of the bodies. Like I've told you, the Japanese a couple of years ago decided to look at everyone who is dreaming of becoming a sportsman and told them that, now, Ruben, you are not for football.
Yeah.
You are for high jump, you are for long jump. And they directed you towards that. Everything, including feeding.
Okay.
Feeding is very important. But I didn't tell you about the tactics Museveni told the team. He talked about a lot of things, and it was proof that he actually watched many of these games.
Yeah.
He laughed much about the goal that Mutakwa conceded against South Africa, and in fact tasked first Molevie Kwanso to come and explain what exactly happened. How did Mutakwa find himself out of his area trying to do things that are not supposed to be done by a goalkeeper? He talked of something. He talked of what we've got to, I think, and it's a good thing for all of us even in real life. He talked of area of operation. The goalkeeper has an area of operation.
Yes.
A fullback left, right have their areas of operation. Center defenders have their areas of operation. So he says, let's ensure we maintain our areas of operation. He called Mole. Mole tried to explain. I think he wasn't convinced. He called the goalkeeper Mutakwa. Mutakwa tried to explain. He wasn't convinced. They called Gavin Chizito, the defender, to explain why his position wasn't. There was no one to mark the man because it was right side that the guys attacked us to score that goal. Then finally, Paul Put was also there, the national team head coach. He came and I think explained something technical, and maybe the president. But of course, it wasn't that he was tasking them. No. He just wanted to understand what exactly happened, because he says that he doesn't watch football for long. He can't watch football for 90 minutes because he's got lots of things else to think about for this country. 90 minutes watching football is not something that he can actually do. But from what he said and what I had and what I read from what he said, he's watched this CHAN. He watched that South Africa game. He watched part of the Senegal game and also watched part of the Algeria game. And those are three of 6 games we played.
Yes.
So that is almost tough. I think he watched a couple of them and he spoke with proof that he's not gambling. It was credit to the president.
Okay, Barnes, finally, Barnes, I have met a couple of people asking me whether Uganda will qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And the way they look at things, they think Uganda has a chance to qualify. Barnes, having watched the 2 games played at home in Mozambique and Somalia, and having looked at the group and what you are left with, do you think Uganda can qualify for the World Cup?
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Mathematically or realistically?
No, realistically it can qualify.
Not mathematically?
Not mathematically. It can qualify. Mathematics is not yet in now.
Let's have the table, the World Cup table,
Robert,
Davis.
Uganda has 2 games to play in this Group G. We play
2 games or 1 game?
2 games to play against Botswana away from home and Algeria away from home. We are on 15 points.
True.
The table leaders of Algeria are on 19 points. But everyone will say that there is no way Somalia is going to beat Algeria in Algiers. So they expect Algeria to go ahead, because as it stands, they are 4 points ahead of us.
Yes.
It's only Somalia that can help us go to the top of the table if they can stop
Algeria.
And we go to Algeria because we've got a game against them, a final of sorts.
John Barnes, if we beat Botswana, we shall go to 18 points.
Yes.
So Algeria will have 19.
Yes.
If Algeria assume they lose against Somalia, they just assume
19. Or even if they draw and go to 20, we are on 18.
So the final will be in Algiers.
Between Algeria and Uganda. Period.
And between the North African countries and East African countries, you know what happens?
Yeah,
Has the gap narrowed? Or you can still concede 10 or 6?
Yes, we have phobia for those Algerian nations. But tell you what, Ruben, lots of things have changed. In fact, I know every Ugandan that has followed the Cranes knows that it's very, very terrible that we lost that game 2-1 at home.
That's the group that for Uganda.
Yeah.
They have all played 8 games, 2 games to go to make it 10. Algeria has 19 points, Uganda has 15. and Mozambique 15, as well as Guinea 11. Now you are counting only Uganda to counter with Algeria, or to compete with Algeria for the summit.
Yeah.
But John Barnes, there is no, if Mozambique win their next game, they'll go to 18 as well.
And we win our next game. As long as we match Mozambique's results, we are safer than them.
And Algeria is playing at home. 2 games of playing at home.
Yes, they're playing at home, but they have lost games before. And if we approach this game minus the phobia that is usually attached to us before playing those North Africans, we can actually negotiate this. But even then, Ruben, if we get that result of Botswana and we go to 18, then we place ourselves better in terms of those 4. The 4 second best placed teams. Now, Ugandans, listen carefully. There are 9 groups for this World Cup qualification for CAF. The top 9 will go through and go to USA, Mexico, and Canada for the World Cup. Then, the best placed 4 teams from all the groups. I think there is only one group now that will not provide us cannot provide us a best loser. Yeah. There's one of the groups, I forget which group, can't provide us a best loser, but all others still can. Because as it stands in terms of the best loser, Uganda is positioned 7. But if results elsewhere go for us, we can go through and go into the continental playoff. Then we go into another intercontinental playoff and find ourselves in the World Cup. In the World Cup, you never know, things can change for us.
But you're very good at dreaming.
No, yeah, but as long as we are not yet out mathematically, then we have a big chance of qualifying, Ruben. There's no mathematics involved here. Just win your games and hope and pray that results elsewhere go for you. Because if we go into the intercontinental playoff, you never know what may happen. Supposing we get a tie and the draw puts us here at home, even if it's against Ivory Coast.
Actually, the best placed team is second best placed team is Gabon is number 1. We have Madagascar number 2 with 16 points. Gabon has 19 points. And then DR Congo has 16 points. Burkina Faso have 15. Cameroon have 15 points as well. Namibia have 15. Uganda have 15. They are 7th. Benin have 14 and Tanzania have 10. Now, John Barnes, you cannot convince Ugandans, me inclusive, that the top 6 with 2 games to play can beat you, can actually, Uganda can go above them.
The good thing, you've been around for a while. There was a time Manchester United collapsed and Newcastle won the championship from 12 points behind. Everything can happen in football. You can qualify for the World Cup.
Actually, Newcastle collapsed and Man U won.
Newcastle collapsed and Man U won. Yeah, 12 points behind.
But they had Faggy.
We have Paul Put.
Factor.
We have Paul Put.
Okay.
He's changed the kind of football we play.
Anyway, we've got to go, John Barnes. Anything else before we go?
I think investment in sport is quite important, and please, kids out there, parents out there that have kids that are good in any sport, please interest them, because there is loads of money. These guys, these kids from this Cranes Chan
thing. You should be good also.
This Cranes Chan thing.
You don't have more than 100 Davis can become my son to play football.
No, but Kakande is...
He has to be good.
Yeah, you have to be good, but tell you what, football can be learned. I know people that have learned football, Ruben, and are playing at the top of the...
Did Famba learn football?
He just, maybe he concentrated on better things for him, but you can learn football and concentrate on it and play to the topest of levels. Just interest your kids into it.
Okay, we have got to go. Thank you so much, John Barnes, for coming through.
Thank you.
We want to thank you for making time to come and discuss matters Chan. And of course, we want to thank the President for fulfilling, President Manimama, for fulfilling their pledge of 1.2 billion every win in Chan. And they did actually pay the players yesterday. And the boys are very happy that what was promised was delivered to them. Now, what awaits is how would they spend the money. We don't want to get concerned with that. Others can buy cars, there are those who buy land, there are those who spend money on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I know the boys will buy iPhone 17s.
Yeah, it's their choice. It's purely their choice.
But from us,
they need to be advised to advise.
We're out of here. Kindly join us tomorrow. It will be a special Friday. The team will be here. Julie will lead the team here for the special Friday. But of course, Robert Chirabo is coming up to take you through DM Extra. I've seen Ambassador in my around. They have a lot to share with you. The only thing you have to do is to stick around. Good morning.
Pick of the day on UBC.
He expected